The Dallas Cowgirls and Rookies edition of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SMALLS. Oh, man.
Are you ready?
Happy Monday. We are back from Vegas. My voice actually doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to. Back in my office, we have Jacob Infante coming on. We're going to talk a little Bears, little NFL rookies to watch for this season. And then we will talk about the Cowboys with our friend JTuck. Jacob, you haven't been on in so long. Some people, listen, a lot of people may know you as the infamous jerk-off tweet guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one, I'm happy to be here, obviously. Two, I'm still you'd be surprised how often I still get notifications about people liking that tweet. It's nuts. I mean, I wasn't expecting that to be my legacy, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm just the guy who's known for, firing off takes and firing off loads. So, I mean,
so honestly, it's not it could be worse. It could absolutely be. It could definitely be worse. I know. I feel like I still see it on my timeline all the time, pop up, nonstop. It's always there.
Yeah, I mean, it's become the rallying cry. I feel like for if you're a fan of a shitty team or something.
Yeah, it's kind of therapeutic to fire it off after you lose.
Kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, wait. Before we talk about anything, do you put your phone on airplane mode when you fly?
That's a good question. So I do actually.
Really?
I do. Yeah. So what I do is I keep it on airplane mode. I mean, I usually buy the Wi-Fi, but I go full on airplane mode. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's some time when I was a kid, I was like, okay, if I don't have my phone on airplane mode, the plane's going to crash or something like that. It's going to cause a faulty wire. I mean, it won't, but I don't know. That's always been ingrained in me. So I just kind of,
I feel like if it actually was going to do something bad, I quite literally never do that. But if it was going to do something bad, they wouldn't let us have our phones. So
that's true. Yeah.
Right?
Are you anti airplane mode then?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if people want to do it. That's fine. But it seems very serious or it's something that's not serious that I've never done before.
Yeah. It's oh my God, it's airplane mode. Jesus Christ,
Okay, your Bears.
Yeah.
They win the off season again? That's what we hear a lot every time.
Yeah.
How are they looking next year?
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna hang the banner for our our fifth off-season championship in a row. 5 years in a row without making the playoffs. So whatever. But I have some optimism for this team. Honestly, I think that. Obviously, you're bringing in Ben Johnson. He's a new head coach. He's a really good offensive play caller in Detroit. I've got a lot of hope for that. Better offensive line, I think, is huge because the O-line was terrible last year. And then you've got all these young weapons around Caleb Williams. I mean, it's exciting. I don't think this is a finished product by any means. I lean towards no if I'm thinking they're going to make the playoffs. I know a lot of Bears fans are going to hate that I'm saying that, but I could see them, I think they'll surpass 500. I do. I think, 9-8 is pretty realistic. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think there's, still a work in progress, but it's definitely a better team than it was last year for sure.
Where do they finish in the division then? Where are you at with the division?
Man, see, that's tough because I feel like all four of those teams, I feel like any of them could finish above 500 and still finish in last place in the division.
Yeah. Tough division.
It really is. I mean, I don't know what to expect with the the Vikings. AJ McCarthy now at quarterback. I think the Packers will be decent, but I don't think they'll be elite. The Lions will be good. I keep going back and forth between third and fourth place for the Bears, and that's not that's not crapping on them by any means. It's just it's a really tough division. So we'll see.
How do you think the targets are going to get split up here? Like, where are you at with these like receiving options that Caleb has? Because I feel like it's kind of hard to figure out which direction to go. Like in fantasy, even like I'm drafting a lot of Caleb. I find myself drafting him because he's falling so late, and
Yeah.
like some Loveland and Dynasty. But I haven't been tapping on any of these other guys yet. Not that I won't, but I mean, I've only done a couple drafts so far. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think going with Caleb as like you know, a potential backup option would be a really good pick, especially like high upside sort of deal.
mhm.
The target share is going to be super interesting to me because I'm looking at it like DJ Moore's been the wide receiver one the last 2 years he's been there, right?
Mhm.
But now Roma Dunze is entering year 2. You've got Luther Burden who's tearing it up in the preseason and training camp, and he was really good at Mizzou. Cole Kmet's going to be in the offense in some capacity. They drafted Colston Loveland first round too. They really like him. I think DJ Moore is going to lead the team in targets overall for the year. I wouldn't be shocked though if Odunze ends up being the wide receiver one by the end of the year. I think that there's some serious breakout potential with him. I mean, from like a fantasy perspective, as a wide receiver one or two, I don't know, but if you're going at him as like a flex, I think
Yeah,
that's as high of an upside flex pick as you can get. I think so. I think he's going to be involved. They love, utilizing like Ben Johnson loves crafting
mhm.
the slot receivers open. I think that's going to be huge for Luther. Uh,
Mhm.
Olamide Zacchaeus is going to get playing time too. I mean, it's a lot of weapons in the passing game. Not every, it's it's a good problem to have too many cooks.
Yeah,
I feel like so if you're drafting for fantasy, it's really just a free for all.
yeah.
Honestly, I
I
would
think it could be a headache week to week a little bit.
literally, yeah. I mean, I think the potential for any of them to go off can be huge, but I don't
Mhm.
week to week consistency. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think DJ Moore is probably your safest bet to be the wide receiver one.
Yes.
Uh, and I think he's a worthy starter in fantasy, but there's just so many guys there. I don't know how they're gonna, divide it. So really good depth options with guys who can go off any week, but
Mhm.
I don't know what the consistency is gonna look like for anyone really.
I like don't love your running back room and like I don't even know how else to say it. Like I just like don't really love it. But do you think either of those guys are worth it, or because we know Ben Johnson loves to like have a strong run game, so we know they're gonna get the volume. I just like there's something about it. It doesn't. It's kind of icky.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Okay. Okay.
It's tough. I mean, I think Swift is gonna do well in fantasy, just like literally
Mhm.
just because he's getting a lot of carries.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be all that great with those carries. I mean, like, he was super inefficient last year, but you never know. I mean, it's a better offensive line. It's
Yeah.
a new scheme that's, more friendly to the run.
Mhm.
I think there's a chance Swift gets 1,000 yards, but at the same
Okay.
time, I don't think he'll be the starting running back next year, even if he does. Uh, I think, 1,000-yard season from him is probably more just gonna be, "Hey, I stayed healthy, and I've been the lead back this entire
Yeah.
time."
Kinda like how Najee does that every year, where it's like
Literally.
it's
Yeah,
not like it's not the sexiest thing ever, but the volume
no.
is there, so they're always going like he's always eclipsing the 1,000 yards there, but it's just 'cause he was getting the work.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's just out of or we're gonna force feed you a bunch of touches
Mhm.
from there. I don't love the backfield. I mean, maybe there's a chance like Roshan Johnson or Kyle
Yeah,
Monangai breaks out as like super late draft picks.
sure.
I mean, hell, it's worth a shot, I feel like, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't draft either of those guys super high. I wouldn't draft I don't know. Swift is like a low end running back 2 to me in fantasy.
Yeah.
Maybe like a flex type. Uh But I don't know. I think he's gonna get the touches. I just don't think he's that I don't think he's that great.
It's just not I guess. It's really not it's not that sexy. Okay, talking about you do a lot of draft work, that's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
What rookies, like, are you excited to watch, like, week in and week out? They don't need to be on your team, it can be on any team, obviously.
Yeah, so I'll pick one for the Bears, and then I'll, like, just, grab a couple
Mhm.
guys across the league. So,
Sure.
the Bears, I'm looking forward to see what Luther Burden can do. I think
Mhm.
there's a lot of buzz around him. really good in college, especially like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
As a true sophomore, he was an All-American. He was fantastic. They dialed down they made him more of like a gadget player in last
Mhm.
season, which I didn't really agree with. I kind of hurt his numbers a little bit, but you've got he's really quick. He's explosive as a route runner. He's explosive after the catch. Great ball skills, and I think he's shown some really encouraging flashes as a route runner in the preseason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the preseason, so you take it with a grain of salt, but it's encouraging to see him getting better at something that he was inconsistent at college when he already has all these really cool strengths in his profile.
Yeah.
Let's see some more rookies I like. I like
Yeah.
Jacob Higgins for the Texans.
Okay.
I think that's going to end up being a really good pick for them. I see him and Nico Collins along the outside. I mean, that's going to be a very tough duo to
Yeah.
guard, just size-wise and physically. Like and Higgins is another one of those guys, really good body control, good hands, great
Mhm.
ball skills. He's got a lot of red zone potential, I feel like. So, having CJ Stroud, he'll probably be the wide receiver too, I feel like.
Yeah. And I feel like people are kind of off the Texans. Like they have a bad taste in their mouth because of last season, but I think you're finding value in where they're falling in a lot of these drafts, especially in best ball, because people are kind of out. I can't believe how late, like even CJ Stroud is going in some of these drafts.
No, literally.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like I did too while we were in Vegas, and like I don't think there's any way I would draft a quarterback early. It's like round 12 and it's like Drake May, Justin Fields. Like everyone is sitting there where you could double tap on two of those guys at the end. Trevor Lawrence is there, Caleb is there. Like there's no reason to take a quarterback early.
Literally. I mean, like my philosophy honestly is like, all right, if I can't get one of like the top 3 or 4 guys, I'm just going to wait because there's like so little drop off between quarterback 5, quarterback 6, and like quarterback 13 or something like that. So I've only done one draft so far. I've got a couple coming up, but the one that I did is a super flex.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I mean, but even then I was like, okay, I'm going to try and draft a guy early, but like all the top guys went in like the late first or second. I had an early first round pick. So I ended up with Drake May and Tua as my top 2 quarterbacks. But I also ended up with Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Brock Bowers, Tyreek Hill, Alvin Kamara, guys like that. So we'll see. That might totally come back to bite me in the ass. But I like Drake May's another guy too. I know they're talking about him in the comments. I think Drake May's got a lot of potential with Stephon Diggs in New England, and you looked really good in you looked really good down the stretch in New England, even though they weren't winning a ton of games. He was keeping them in a lot of them. So, and the running ability too is huge. So he's gonna be a good fantasy asset, I feel like.
What about like one of these rookie running backs? Is there one that you like more than another?
So I'm gonna pick 2. I think TreVeyon Henderson is going to be the Patriots' lead back by mid-season. I mean, I think Ramondre Stevenson, he's a solid running back. He's not bad.
Yeah. He likes to fumble the ball.
Yeah. But I think the big play potential is huge with TreVeyon Henderson. So you see the speed, you see the ability to, make guys miss in the open field and the breakaway potential that he has.
Yeah.
I think he's got really high potential if he cracks the starting lineup or cracks the rotation early enough, I wouldn't be shocked if he hits 1,000 yards.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously Genty's going to be high up on the list. Omarion Hampton's going to be high on the list.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get Cam Scatterbo in the late rounds too. So
I've convinced myself now, I'm so delusional. I've convinced myself that the Giants cannot hit on both Dart and Scatterbo, so that one of them is going to be a bust. And it looks like Dart. I know our luck, and I'm like, are we really going to have that good of a draft? So I've now convinced myself that Cam is going to be a bust.
Man, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, I've been there before. Like I I don't know. I like Tyrone Tracy. I do. I mean,
Yeah.
I have him in a dynasty league, so selfishly, I'm hoping that he does really well. But at the same time, like you have a guy like Scadaboo, who's just I don't know. There's lightning in a bottle. I feel like he's thunder in a bottle. Like he's
I could
just
see him like a lot at the goal line too. I think he'll get a lot of touches down there because he's very aggressive.
yeah, no, definitely. I feel like there's a lot of red zone potential for him for sure, like goal lines packages and
Mhm.
stuff like that. If Tracy ever goes down, I think they're going to run hitch themselves to the Scadaboo wagon and just go nuts. But we'll see. I think as like one of the last couple picks in your draft, I feel like he's
Yeah.
somebody's got enough upside you can take a shot on.
Yeah. I was looking back, I got a little intoxicated during my one draft and
Uh-oh.
I went back to look at it. I don't know why though. And I took Theo Johnson, Jackson Dart, and New York Giants. And so I was like, dude, that's why you can't drink and drive. So
Oh,
that's gonna end up coming and biting me in the ass, I'm sure, but who knows? I did bet. I did sprinkle on Dart to an offensive rookie of the year. Do you have a pick for defensive rookie of the year, or offensive rookie of the year, or anyone like a little bit later?
let's see. Offensive rookie of the year. I mean,
Genty's plus 275. It's probably like the easiest one. Ward is up there
yeah,
plus 350. Hampton, and it goes down from there.
yeah. I mean, I'm leaning Genty just because he's
Yeah,
got such a big workload, honestly,
for
and
sure.
was so good in college. Defensive rookie of the year is going to be interesting. I no idea really who's going to win that. It could be.
Yeah.
I think it could be Abdul Carter, but at the same time, uh, I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a cornerback who ends up playing at like an all pro level or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe they really like Will Johnson.
Yeah,
Or
his number is good.
yeah.
I also still feel like there's like still some upside to taking Hunter, like a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
think there is like at 10-1, I think there's still value on Hunter there.
No, definitely. It's I don't know what to think about him like first from a betting perspective
Yeah,
because he's gonna play on both sides of the ball.
sure.
We don't know what that's gonna look like yet in the NFL. I
Mhm.
mean, I think he's gonna do well in it, but I don't think
Yeah,
he's gonna play like every single down on both sides of the ball like he did in Colorado. Uh, so it makes me wonder, like, okay, is he a better bet for offensive rookie of the year? Is he better
right.
fit for defensive rookie of the year? I have no idea. So it's gonna be that's one guy I'm personally gonna stay away from betting wise, but I think he's gonna have a really good year. He's just gonna be fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
a Jaguars team that's like they've been last year especially was just so underwhelming. It's going to be nice to have like some serious star power and get some eyes on that product. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that's almost all I have for you. Do you have a pick to get drafted first overall? I know you do draft stuff. That was the last one I wanted to ask you.
yeah, I it's tough. I mean, I'm not going to go Arch Manning just because I think there's a chance he stays
Yeah.
at Texas for another year. To me, it's down to two guys right now. So Cade Klubnik from Clemson, I think he was really good last year.
Okay.
He's someone where he maybe doesn't have like the elite, Mahomes, Josh Allen type of arm, but he's
Yeah.
accurate. He can move well. He's poised. I wouldn't be shocked if Nussmeier from LSU goes
He's
pretty
the
high.
favorite right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he's someone where he's in a really good position to put up big numbers. Like that's a really good LSU group of receivers that he has. I mean, LSU's had some tremendous quarterbacks in the past, and it's starting to turn into like a factory now. So I'm gonna go Nuss. I'll go Klubnik. I have him like a little bit higher, but Nussmeier I think is that's another guy to watch too. Obviously, I think that he's gonna put up insane numbers, and they're gonna fall in love. Like his dad's the OC of the Saints, so
Okay.
if
Yeah.
if the Saints end up sucking as
Ooh.
much ass as at least as I think they will, they could have
I don't know how they don't possibly suck ass is the thing.
literally. I mean, you're either starting Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuff at quarterback, and it's like, okay, who sucks
Yeah.
less? I
Yeah.
guess is what you're looking for there. I mean, and the roster's decimated because I don't know. They just put off the rebuild for so many years, and now
Yeah.
it's finally coming back to bite them. And I don't know. they're
A
gonna
lot they could get hit once and then that's it. Like there's so many
literally.
like question marks around everything. His brain
Exactly.
could be fried if he gets like another bad hit.
No,
So,
literally. Yeah, his brain is toast. He's got scrambled eggs for brains, and I feel bad
yeah,
because he's such a
sad,
talented player.
fortunate.
Yeah, but just so many concussions, like you can't.
Mm,
I don't know. Can't really
yeah,
trust that.
yeah, absolutely. You're fantastic. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Thanks for
Cool.
coming on. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter X at Jacob Infante 24. Right there. Thanks for putting that in the little corner there. I forgot to put that, so kudos to you, Ryan. Whoever put that there. Thank you. Yeah, you can find my articles at Windy City Gridiron for Chicago Bears stuff, NFL draft stuff,
Yeah.
also Pro Football and Sports Network. I've got NFL draft stuff over there. And check out my Patreon, please. I just moved, so I'm very
Go check it out, guys.
I'm very tired, and I just spent a lot of money on storage and U-Haul. So please, please, please
Help me. I'm broke, please.
It's tough over here. Patreon.com/Jacob Infante. Maybe I won't go into debt this month if enough people sign up for it. So we'll see.
Sounds good. I will go check it out. That was enough of it to make
Thank
me
you.
go do that. I'll let you get out of here. I appreciate you. We'll have to chat sometime soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, Steph.
No problem. We are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is a place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures. I'm literally screaming right now. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Trevor. Here are three futures that I like on MyBookie. The Washington Redskins to miss the playoffs at plus 126. Brock Bowers to lead the AFC West in receiving yards at plus 450. And CD most receiving yards in the NFC East at plus 260. See, I can be a little unbiased there. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN or Smalls. I prefer to use Smalls for a 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code Smalls. College football is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm predictive models had a 22% ROI on non-conference spreads. Killed it on FCS totals. Go to the app, make your own model. Predictions are live. My brain is fried from Vegas. I can't even read. Okay. NFL is back on Rhythm as well. You can start making your model over there on Rhythm. The short dog play that they already have up that I liked, and then I saw they like it as well, is the Seahawks money line at plus 117 for their short dog play. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And now I hope he's backstage. I'm sure he's backstage. We're going to talk about the Cowboys with CFO Sports host, my dear friend, JTuck. How's it going, my guy?
Hey, what's going on? I hear the recovery from Las Vegas in your voice right now.
Yo,
Trust
I
me,
can't
I've been
even
there.
read. I can't even read. I can't even read. That's so bad.
Understandable.
Oh, no. You were just out there, right?
I'm always out there. So
I
I was just out there, 2 times this past month. I'm headed there and back in 2 weeks. But you know what? I have never been to Circa. Ever.
You gotta go to Circa.
I have to go. So I'm telling my brother this time we have to go because every time I sit back and I see all the fun that you're having out there, I'm like,
so much
pool
fun.
parties and sports betting. Like it just fits me. So why have I never gone? So we're gonna go out there to Circa.
It's
and
awesome.
hang out and
Very like underrated food too. Like there's so many things to like about it. So you absolutely have to go to that. Let's talk about your Cowboys, shall we?
Boy.
Oh man, what the JTuck, what the fuck's going on over there? Why are we not paying Parsons? Let's start there. What is going on? Is it going to get done?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like it is. It feels like right now we're in uncharted territories. You know, Micah Parsons has spoken out verbally. First, the Dallas Cowboys, and comes to his frustration. He did the whole, I don't no longer want to be here. He wrote a whole soliloquy about that, right? And then the other day, he's talking about trading him, and he wiped his social media. So this is different for the Dallas Cowboys, and so I don't know what's actually going to happen. I mean, we're 10 days away from kicking off versus the Eagles. So
Crazy.
what I've been trying to prepare Cowboys fans is this: even if we sign Micah Parsons, we're not getting Micah Parsons because he hasn't been doing anything. This isn't your typical holdout. He's been holding in. If you watch some of the videos, he kind of just been sitting around practice all
He's
day.
like napping. He's taking
Yeah, he's like
naps.
napping
laying
during
down,
games. Yeah,
lounging.
so
Yeah.
to ask Micah Parsons, probably off of say maybe 7 days of practice to jump out there and give things a full go versus Lane Johnson, the Eagles, I just don't see it happening. So ideally, I would like to get this deal done. But what people have to understand, Jerry Jones is crazy, y'all. He franchise tagged Dak Prescott not once, but twice. So playing hardball with Micah Parsons doesn't seem out of the norm. So we'll see how things shake out week 1. But the question I ask, if Micah's doing a hold in because he didn't want to miss $50,000 per practice, is he going to be able to miss a game and miss $1.4 million from a game? It's completely different. So we'll have to sit back and wait and see. But I'm sick of all this drama in Dallas, to be honest with you.
It's a lot. There's a lot. There's just so much going on. You have new coaching. Like anything else from like 2024, this preseason that like really stands out? George Pickens obviously is the big one there. Anything else that really stands out? I know it wasn't the most fun year for you guys. 7 wins, third in the division.
Yeah, I think
better than I can say. So
yeah, moving on from Mike McCarthy and signing Brian Schottenheimer, honestly, I wasn't really a fan of it because this is a guy who's been around the league. We all know his father, what he's done here in Kansas City. He's just never coached before. And I feel like the one thing that kind of kept us afloat in the chaotic NFC East was we did have a decent coach in Mike McCarthy. Whether you loved him or hated him, he's won some big games and he's been around football for quite some time. So you have to start from scratch with Brian Schottenheimer. Now, I will say this. Brian Schottenheimer was doing an incredible job of changing the culture, brotherhood, leadership. The team was having fun. You felt a different type of energy at practice. The playlist and the music was different. And then Jerry Jones came and snatched the aux cord at camp, changed the playlist, threw this Micah Parsons grenade in the middle of practice, and things just haven't gotten back to where it was initially. So it's going to be interesting to see how things shape out when it comes to Brian Schottenheimer. But I do like the staff that he's put together, but we'll have to sit back and wait and see because he's unproven.
Jerry Jones is just getting old too. It's like
he's
kind of like, what's going on?
Old in the way, old in the way.
What is going on, Jerry? My God. I mean, I can't say that I hate it as a Giants fan, obviously.
Yeah, I know,
think
right?
the questions I have about this team is like, what are we doing with this run game? Like, what running back? Is Deuce gonna make the team? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I see someone posting in the chat about Javonte Williams. So Javonte Williams apparently was just given the job. Brian Schottenheimer said it was open competition and no job is safe and everyone's going to compete and we're going to take the names off the back of the jerseys. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing Miles Sanders playing preseason. I'm seeing Deuce Vaughn, even Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa. I'm like, where's Javonte Williams? And then Brian Schottenheimer steps to the podium and says, well, he's played enough football already, so he's good. I'm like, well, basically, you're giving him the job. So I think that Javonte Williams will be RB1. And then what happens after that remains to be unseen. I think that week 1 versus Philly, it'll be Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue can kind of work his way in there. They just did a IR stash with Phil Maffa because of a shoulder injury, right? But he looked all right to me. So they're going to keep him on the roster. Deuce Vaughn is going to be one of those situations where maybe the Cute Cutley story is over unless they cut him and maybe bring him back off of waivers. I don't see Deuce Vaughn making the roster because you also have our fullback in Hunter Luepke. But when it comes to the running backs in this running game, Brian Schottenheimer spoke constantly about we're going to be a ground and pound team. We're going to run the ball. This is the one staple of a Brian Schottenheimer offense. But as you say, we got CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, just signed Jake Ferguson. Ain't going to be no running. Ain't not going to be no running in Dallas, y'all. Like, don't let Brian Schottenheimer's cute interviews fool you. We are going to air the ball out because the only way we're going to be able to go to Philadelphia, open a night, on the road, Super Bowl ceremony, it's going to make me sick to my freaking stomach watching it. You're going to have to go weapons on weapons with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I just don't think that you can go to Philadelphia and win on the ground with Javonte Williams and whoever your RB2 is. So I expect us to get away from the one. It's going to
Yeah.
be a side dish, not the main entree. We're going to be a passing team.
How old is Miles Sanders? Like, is he
27.
okay? He's not as old as I thought. Why do I
Yeah.
feel like he's been in? I feel like the bro's been in the league for like 20
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's been on a couple teams. I don't know why. What that's about. That
Yeah, I think it's like 27, 28.
Okay.
So apparently he was looking incredible at camp. You can take that with a grain of salt. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, win total here. Look, sitting at depends where you can shop around, but 8.5 is pretty much what I'm seeing most places.
Oh,
There's
they move
7.5 out there. What?
Did they move it to 8.5 or is it still at 7.5?
A couple books have it at 8.5. Oh my gosh! Wow, you don't like the 8.5, do you?
Yeah, 7.5 was free money. I was telling Cowboys fans, hey, I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but if you see 7.5, slam it. 8.5, 9 wins, it's kind of pushing. It's going to get a little tight. I still think that if Dak Prescott is healthy, we can get there.
Yeah.
But when you look at this schedule, it gets brutal, especially when we kind of get to around Thanksgiving time, when we get back from Vegas, which I can't wait to be back in Vegas for that game. You have Philly, you have Kansas City, you have Detroit, you have Washington on Christmas. You have to play the Chargers, who's going to be tough. You have to play the Vikings. So it gets tough down the stretch. So I think I have us around 9 wins, so I guess I would take the over on that, but tread with caution because if Dak Prescott goes down for any reason, I'm not sure Joe Milton can keep things afloat.
Yeah. They struggled versus the run last season. Do you think
that's
going to look any better or what?
Absolutely not. I know that we brought in Matt Eberflus from Chicago, but I think the big question mark is where are our big run stopping defensive tackles?
Yeah.
It feels like the Dallas Cowboys are leaning on Mozzie Smith, but you guys tell me you watch more than enough football. If we're going to be leaning on Mozzie Smith to stop the run and he's playing all 4 quarters in a week 3 preseason game, it kind of gives me some question for concern that you're not sold on Mozzie either. So you have Mozzie Smith, you have a 7th round pick in Jake Toye out of UCLA, who's decent, but that's it. So who is going to be your big physical run stopper? We do not know. And so I feel like stopping the run is going to be another void when it comes to Dallas Cowboys defense. But if you go back to our years under Dan Quinn, when we were scoring 40 points a game with Kellen Moore and CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, teams just had to abandon the run. So that might be the approach they're going to have to do this year. But I don't see us being able to line up and stop a Jahmyr Gibbs type running attack or Saquon Barkley running attack, not with defensive tackles, defensive line. Edges are good though.
So you probably, I would assume, have no interest in the Cowboys to win the division. Or do you have a little bit? Because it's still the number that's sitting there is like I saw it plus 675 somewhere. I'm not betting on the Cowboys to do anything, but
just go ahead. Why not?
Listen. But in our division, I think everyone's handing to the Eagles already. Where are you at with this division?
There hasn't been a repeat winner for quite some time, so we can kind of work that into our favor. I do feel like the Commanders are going to take a slight step back as well, and I do think the Giants are going to take a leap forward. So I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will be in the thick of things, but in order for us to win the division, we're going to have to be who we haven't been in a long time. And what do I mean by that? We're going to have to beat teams in our own weight class, right? And I feel like that's the biggest knock on Dak Prescott. He doesn't beat the Pat Mahomes. He doesn't beat the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, even the Joe Burrow. So now you're going to have, Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP twice. You're going to have Jaden Daniels, who's emerging. You're going to have Pat Mahomes, Jared Goff. So you're going to have to beat some of those people. So I feel like there's going to be an opportunity, but I feel like health is really going to come into it when it comes to the NFC East. So I can say the Cowboys could slide the top, but winning it, I wouldn't put my hard-earned money on that, just to be honest with you.
Literally my favorite, like 2 of my favorite futures is to bet the Commanders either come in 3rd or 4th. You can still get the 4th number at plus 950. Listen, if Jaden goes down, I don't know that. What are we looking at there with the Commanders? Because I think a lot of that, everything about that, we were texting about it. Everything about that team basically goes through Jaden. They were so healthy. They're a very geriatric team. I don't know. Commanders fans
Hail Marys to Noah Brown and all sorts of, so maybe the beginner's look has kind of worn off for Cinderella. I think it has. So we'll see.
I love it. Interested in them making the playoffs plus 205 for the Cowboys?
Yes, I think they can sneak into
Really
the
fast.
playoffs.
Okay. All
I think they'll
right.
sneak
All
into
right.
the
So
playoffs.
you're like cautiously still optimistic though.
I mean, I think it's hard because with all the drama and dark clouds circling the Cowboys, I just know typically when they have those dark cloudy off seasons, it doesn't work out well for them.
Okay.
And this Micah Parsons situation, I keep telling people in my Jerry Jones voice, we're not going to sign Micah Parsons. We're probably going to get Michael Parsons because it's going to take him 5 weeks to maybe even ramp up to get back in football shape. Running on a treadmill from time to time is not the same. So you're going to have that void. Our cornerback situation is a little faulty, though. Trayvon Diggs got some good news that possibly he can return for week 1.
Okay.
I wouldn't push it. But when you look at it, it just doesn't give me a lot of confidence. The only confidence I really have in this team is Dak Prescott stays healthy and he goes crazy with those new offensive weapons. That's about it. Outside of that, there's not much I can really lean on.
What? Wait, is Guyton better?
He's at practice today, so
Okay.
will he be available week 1? Possibly, but even if he's ready to go week 1, he didn't look good last year, right? He had some struggles. He was struggling a little bit this offseason in camp before he got hurt. So to miss a full offseason, pretty much also preseason, just toss him out there, right, versus the Eagles, it's a recipe for disaster, but you really don't have an emergency backup plan for him when it comes to Nate Thomas. He's kind of a rotational guy, but still can't trust it. So the Cowboys have a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks. I mean, even with the head coach, so it's hard to really say, yes, we are back and we're going to, build off of what we had under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. Like the Cowboys had, what was it, 3 straight seasons with 12 wins there. And then now it's kind of getting a little, things don't look as strong as they once were. CD's lines, let's look through some of these player lines and I'll let you get out of here. CD, most receiving yards is a 12-1. I like that number. I gave it out earlier. Still 7th most last year. If Dak stays healthy, I don't know why CD couldn't lead the league in receiving yards.
Yeah, he can. Most in the league, we're saying.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't take that because I feel like Pickens is going to get a lot of the share as well.
Okay, so tell me about that dynamic before we like.
Yeah, I think they're going to utilize Pickens a lot in this offense. I know Brian Schottenheimer has spoken about it as well. But then also, I think that Jake Ferguson's going to get a lot more opportunity than he did last year. So I feel like Jake Ferguson, after getting signed top 10 money, because he had some injuries last year. He had the knee injury, then he had some concussions he was battling through. So it's just a bad year for Jake Ferguson. I expect a massive uptick. So I feel like just that alone is going to take some of the options and the receptions away from CeeDee Lamb, which is a good thing from a winning perspective, for the Cowboys offense. But, last year is pretty much CeeDee Lamb or bust. We didn't have anybody outside of him besides Jalen Tolbert, right? So CeeDee Lamb had to go crazy. So I don't think he's going to put up those massive godly numbers again because we'll be able to spread the ball around a lot more.
Yeah, I do like where Ferguson is going in fantasy drafts too. He's someone that I found myself drafting a little bit. And I did take his receiving yards, the over. I think it's 550 and a half. 550 and a half. Minus 110. I think that feels that I think that's it. And I won't say easy, but I like that quite a bit. For CD, his receiving yards is sitting at 1150 and a half. Over or under?
You can get 1150.
Yeah, I think so.
Get 1150.
I think you get 1150 as well. Regular season touchdowns, 7.5.
Yeah, I can see 7.5. I'll take the over for CD.
Okay, it's plus 110 on that. Any interest in the offensive player of the year award?
If there's anyone I would say in that category would be Dak Prescott. Also think about of course it's when people get mad at me, Steph, but it's like Dak Prescott in the MVP conversation, because if the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the playoffs or possibly win the division, it is going to have to be because of Dak Prescott in his offense. And then also he'll have a lot of marquee matchups. You have Pat Mahomes on Thanksgiving. So if you win that game, that can kind of have another notch in your belt. If you beat Jaden Daniels on Christmas while everyone's watching, or go to Detroit and beat Detroit on the road, you'll have those marquee games that can really kind of boost Dak Prescott. So, I can offensive player of the year. I could probably say that for Dak, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because he's probably going to get over 4,000, probably
He's another
36.
one going late in fantasy that I think you're getting value on it, especially if you
Oh
can
yeah,
see.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's probably gonna get you over 4,000, probably around 35, 36 touchdowns, if not more.
Okay. They have his touchdowns at 26.5.
Oh yeah, smash that over.
Okay.
Oh hell,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What book has that?
I didn't write down the book on this
Okay.
one. I can
Oh
pull it
yeah,
up
yeah,
later. I'll let you know. It was
yeah.
probably, if I were to guess, it was probably either MGM or
Oh yeah, that's
Caesars.
easy money.
Yeah.
That's easy money.
Okay. I'm not betting anything. You can't I'll give you the Jake Ferguson, but it's not going to happen. Okay, they have Pickens at his receiving yards are at 900.5. That felt a little high to me. You don't think so? It feels a little
Here's the
high.
tricky part with that, right? I think he's fully capable, but knowing how the Dallas Cowboys operate, right? This is a 1-year rental. If George Pickens goes crazy, right? Guess who George Pickens' agent is? Oh, he has the same agent as Micah Parsons. So I don't know if they're gonna.
Jesus.
Yes,
Things are
so
gonna get weird.
we'll be right back here
Oh.
next year, So it's just like, thanks. So I think he's gonna be around like 8, 9, something like that. But if he cracks 1,000, let's say he goes up for 1,006 touchdowns, it's probably gonna be his one and done year in Dallas. But I see him around like 850 to 900, to be honest with you.
Okay. And they have his receiving touchdowns at 5.5 plus 102 to the over.
Take that over. I would take that over easily because guess who was the Dallas Cowboys leading touchdown receiver last year?
I don't even know. I would have no idea.
Jalen Tolbert.
Was it?
Yeah, he was a leading. Yeah. So if he can do it opposite of CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens can easily do it, especially at 5. So I like the Dak passing touchdowns easily and the George Pickens over 5 touchdowns easily. You'll probably hit that mark probably by Halloween.
Have you got any other futures that it doesn't have to be Dallas or any lines that you really like?
Honestly,
No.
you know me, I'm a degenerate. I don't do futures because I hate waiting all year for my money.
Men are so impatient.
Yeah, I want my money now, so I really haven't looked at
greedy,
futures. The only
greedy.
one I could think of is probably the Dallas over 7.5. I'll probably take. I'll probably will lock in the Dak over 26 touchdowns and the George Pickens. So I'll probably parlay it to make it more exciting. But it's like futures is just like kind of like fantasy football. It's a lot of work for your money. Where I want my money right then on Sundays and Thursday nights.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give that to you. Okay, so final record prediction for the Dallas Cowboys this year.
I get the Cowboys at 10-7.
10-7. Okay. How do you see the division playing out?
I feel like Philly again, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're gonna break the curse finally.
Yeah, Philly, Dallas.
It's okay, you can do it.
Washington.
Yeah.
Giants.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I feel like it's going to take you guys a while to figure out your quarterback situation, and once you find it, you'll start to rev up. But I do think that you'll be much improved from last year. But it's just you'll probably go through your few lumps until you figure out. But Jackson Dart's looking like he's ready to take on Week 1, so we'll see how it goes. But you also got to let Russ cook, and
I know that's gonna get weird in there. I see Baby Meats saying Javonte Williams over 14.5 rushing touchdowns. Do you like that over?
Crazy. No,
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, not 14.5. Because it's going to be a lot of split carries. And I tell you this, they are trying to create a running back one in Jaden Blue. So if he gets any type of momentum, you can see Javonte Williams carries slowly diminish. Now he might be that goal line back to kind of get some of those sneaky touchdowns, but Jaden Blue is coming for that spot. Kind of think of it like a Bucky Irvin last year, where he was kind of further behind on the depth chart. But then, as things progressed throughout the course of the season, he worked his way in there. That's if Jaden Blue, does what he has to do with his opportunity. But thus far, he looks okay. So,
what's your Super Bowl prediction?
I am going with the Chiefs versus the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Chiefs, Lions. Okay. Do you have a sleeper team, a team that people are not talking about?
Or
they're talking about maybe, and they're not going to be as bad, or they're going to be.
I think the Giants will be a sleeper team that's not
Mhm.
going to be as, bad as a lot of people think they are. I'm really high on the Chargers. I think the Chargers
Okay.
is going to be in the thick of things.
Yeah.
Also, watch out for the Raiders. I think the AFC West is going to be one of the funnest divisions to watch in
Yeah.
football this year. One, because I like the running backs. So you got
Yeah.
Ashton Jenkins, you got Amari Hampton, you got RJ Harvey, all there in the AFC West. So probably say the Raiders will be a sleeper team. The Chargers in the NFC. I don't know if I can say they're sleepers because I think Green Bay is going to be a sneaky good team this year.
Yeah, they're gonna. I
Uh,
think they should be.
yeah,
Again, I keep saying, but I think the Vikings will be better than people think right now.
yeah, Vikings. I'm trying to think anyone else. I kind of hate it because I need the 49ers back because the 49ers was like the only team I could rely on to keep Philly out the Super Bowl, And it's like, okay, I just need the San Francisco 49ers back to beat Philly, get to the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
get beat by the Chiefs. Then everything kind of goes away. But I think the 49ers will probably get back in the thick of things as well. I think their team is kind of being slept on a little bit, kind of from a quiet
I
perspective.
think
But
they're gonna. I've been thinking a lot about this because I was like totally back in. Then I started kind of going a little bit more the other direction. I think they'll
uh,
start slow, and then
uh,
I think you'll see them pick up. Like I think they have to get back in the groove of things, and I
mhm,
think we'll see that happen like week 1, 2, 3, and then kind of get
mhm.
hot from there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because I think, adding Brian Robinson like they did the other day with Christian McCaffrey,
Mhm.
that fits what Kyle Shanahan likes to
Yeah.
do. So they'll be back in the thick of things, but we'll see. But I think this year it's really kind of open for a lot of teams. Like even the AFC, you have,
Yeah.
I think the Bills will be in the thick of things. You also have the Ravens, of course. The Ravens going to
Sure.
be tough to beat. But don't sleep on the Steelers. I feel like Steelers with Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers are going to be out there because they're talented with DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey, list goes on and on. So watch out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll say that.
Okay. All right. Let people know where they can find you. I'll have to get you on, one of these
Yeah,
recap
absolutely, absolutely.
episodes.
Always fun. We'll have to
Yeah.
link up and do some more content this year.
No.
But yeah, you guys can find me on my YouTube channel, CFO Sports. We have now changed our approach officially today in about an hour. So we're no longer just covering the Cowboys. We are covering everything from college football to NFL, you name it. I actually cover the Kansas Jayhawks locally. So we have some a lot of college football guests. We do NFL draft stuff. So come on by, have a good time. It's open for everyone. Also do some sports betting content. And then, of course, on social media platforms, you can find me at JTuck151. I appreciate you all.
You are the best. I will talk to you very soon. See you, JT.
All right. Take care.
Appreciate you. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. It's also a great place to play pick'em. NFL futures pick'em entry that I like here. Caleb Williams higher. 34.99.5 passing yards. Karloftis higher, 8.75 sacks. Gibbs higher, 449.5 receiving yards. Ferguson higher, 549.5 receiving yards. And Zach Bond higher, 2.25 sacks. That gets you 18.2x your monies. Underdogs got a brand new offer. New customers play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. And I will do a quick little extra holes segment. Hi,
Ooh.
I
I was
missed
I was hiding
you.
behind the underdog ad the whole time. Yeah, I miss you too. I am happy to be back home as much as I had a blast at the Circa Ultimate Contest weekend with you and the SGPN crew. But gosh, I am still exhausted. I took a red eye last night and
I feel like
just
my eyes are like so dry. Like I can't see. I'm having trouble. Like I don't know. You can hear my voice. That's not going. What are we? I feel like I have to go to the doctor. Like why does this happen so much?
you
Is it
need to
'cause
go to urgent care. I think go to urgent care, get some steroids,
I
and
self-diagnosed myself with. I think I have a polyp that gets irritated when I don't shut the fuck up for
I don't know what a polyp is. I mean, I've heard of it, but what
a
does
little
it do?
nodule on your you can get them. I don't know. I dropped out of
Okay.
school. That's about as good as I can get you right now. I was watching that video today. If you have not seen producer Ryan eat shit, it's so funny. Oh my god!
I was gonna try to just. I forgot to upload it before the show. I was gonna try to upload it during the show, but then Restream doesn't let you just upload videos like while you're streaming. But we're not going to talk crap on Restream on air, but just so you guys know, we are going to be having a lot more videos, and there might be a different streaming service not that you need the behind the scenes details of that.
We'll just let you know how we'll just let you know.
So you know that
we're keeping you guys on the same page as us.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I
just
did
so
good
you
with
know,
water. I see David saying that. Did I not do better with water this trip?
Oh, you drank more water than I've ever seen.
I did good.
Drink,
I actually did a really, really good job with water. So this is bullshit. Like, so it's not water. Was it the excessive drinking and talking? Probably, because there was definitely
lots
a lot
of yapping. There was a lot of yapping.
A lot of yapping. You know, one of my favorite moments for us this weekend. I keep finding myself laughing about it when Bowser's teeth fell out in the elevator.
If anybody doesn't know who Scott Bowser is, he's a SGPN guy. He does a digital horse racing show with Kramer. I can't remember what it's called. I should know this, but yeah, I've known him for 20 years, and he is a beautiful psychopath, and he doesn't have his front teeth, and he has.
And we were in an elevator coming down from Legacy Club. There's like other people in the elevator, and like I don't even know how they fell out. He was laughing too hard or something, and they just dropped on the ground. He's like, "Oh, my teeth." I was like, "Wait a second." It's not like you just know when someone that has like it, and they just fell out to the fucking ground, and everyone looked down. And he was like, "My teeth." But he was so calm about it because then he picked him up and he kind of like waved him around.
I mean, at that point, what else are you gonna do? You gotta just own it. I dropped my teeth out of my mouth. Yeah. But yeah, if you hadn't seen the video of me chasing Sean with a camera and eating shit, and then putting my injured knee up on the big screen at Circa. It was grotesque.
And then it was on like the big screen and he was bleeding down his leg.
Yeah. Go to my Instagram at Ryan. Yeah. Go to my Instagram at Ryan McKee and you can check that out. So also just proof. I know Stephie doesn't sound like it right now, but she and I were thriving this weekend. Look at this. I mean, that is a good looking picture of us.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. I was in my bag this week.
Yeah, she absolutely was. We also, big news, signed up for the Circa Millions.
We are in Circa Millions. We were going to do Survivor.
Well, we were going to do Millions, and then on Wednesday night, one of the previous Millions winners tried to
he basically was like, you guys should do in the nicest way. He was like, it's a lot easier to do Survivor.
It's just one pick, not against the spread.
Yeah.
Because he asked us, he's like, well, what is your handicapping strategy? And is it similar? And we looked at each other like strategy, handicapping?
We are just handicaps.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna see. You guys are gonna come along for the ride. They also pay out quarterly. So we were enticed by that. And they do a booby prize. They do booby prizes too.
But we will update you on our picks each week and how we're doing in the Circa Millions. But Steph, I was thinking maybe he was trying to talk us out of Millions because he's intimidated by us, right?
I doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't think a single one of those guys is intimidated by us.
Well, we did learn that the highest a woman has finished is fifth place.
We want to come in fourth or last.
Yeah, or last. I think you should be the first woman to win it. I mean,
sweet.
There you go. And then I flew to Arizona for a fantasy draft. It was the 20th year in this fantasy draft, and my brother and I wore these outfits because we changed our team
every
name.
Year you change it.
To the Dropkick McKees, and we felt that this was appropriate.
Wait, you went right to Arizona from Were you fighting for your fucking life? That must have been a brutal, because I wanted to absolutely like unalive myself today with that flight. It was rough. Did I tell you I flew to Charlotte?
Oh no, I did too.
I just wanted to get the fuck out of Vegas. So I literally flew to Charlotte overnight, had a 3.5. I didn't realize it was 3.5 hours. I had a 3.5 hour layover, and then I came back.
We could have run into each other in Charlotte because I was there. I flew in there at like 6 a.m. When were you there?
Yeah. What? 6 a.m.?
I was there at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I was sitting there. My next flight didn't take off until like 10. I was drinking noon and doing my again, like I was just trying not to vomit. So I like had the shakes and I was like sweating, having withdrawals. And I was like, I actually have to drink something or I'm going to pass away. That is what's going to end up happening. You still have to, I don't know if, people haven't seen it yet because it wasn't live. I was down so bad on Friday, and this will be the last thing that I add. I was down so bad on Friday that the first thing I said was congratulate. I thought Tommy Fleetwood already won. That is how brain dead I already was.
Yeah, I will have the clip. I'll have the clip for the show tomorrow, and it will be part of a full. We're pretty much gonna have 5 days of episodes because Steph and I banked 2 episodes in Vegas. So we have a live one today. Obviously, live one today, live one tomorrow, a pre-recorded one on Wednesday, a live one on Thursday, and a pre-recorded one on Friday. So we got so much content for you guys.
Like, subscribe, rate. Oh my God, my voice.
Real quick before how did your draft go? How did the Stephie Smalls draft go at Circa? I haven't talked to you yet.
Let me pull it up quick. Things got a little weird at one point. Actually, they didn't get weird. I just started taking tequila shots. And I mean, do
you remember the end of your draft?
No, because last night I fucking I pulled my team up. Actually, it was today when I was at the bar in the airport. I pulled my computer out to actually do something. I don't even know how to fucking use this site. And here it is. And I'm like, what's this I see? My last 3 rounds, I took Theo Johnson, Jackson Dart, and New York Giants defense. Was I trying to prove a point? Like, I don't know what I was doing there. I can't quite figure out exactly what I was doing there.
Drinking and drafting.
So I hate my quarterbacks. It's not my favorite team, honestly, that I did. I have Lab McConkey, Nico Collins, Marvin Harrison, Keenan Allen, Jalen Waddle, Shaheed. I took that Isaac Telsa, whatever the hell, the guy that the Lions reached on. Yeah, I definitely was drinking during this one. I like my other one a little bit better. And then I have Breece Hall, Tony Pollard.
Is there any footage of your draft? Is there any footage that we can see at some point?
So. Yeah, but like,
okay.
Yeah, we can see it. We can all laugh at it together. I did take Travis Kelce and Tucker Kraft, though, so I'm happy about that. We'll see. I'm not going to place very well in this draft, in this league. I can already tell, but it's all right. It was a little bit weird, a little funky.
A little funky. All right, we can get out of here. Rest your voice before tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow with who is on tomorrow's show? Let me pull it up real fast for you. Oh, Pete Nova and J Mark and Miranda Mark with the official Bears preview. Talked a little bit of Bears today, but this is the official Bears preview.
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I couldn't be more enthusiastic. All right. I gotta go. Bye, guys.